Goku is always hella hungry for the blood of his enemies.
I'll tear that monster apart!
Well, just how much blood is on this serial killer's very muscular hands?
Well, we're about to find out. I've spent the last 300 hours binge watching all the episodes and feature films of the Dragon Ball franchise, and I'm ready to walk you through every single death little Mr. Villain Slayer is responsible for. Frieza was the emperor of Universe 7, and he was everything an amateur villain aspired to be. He was a ruthless tyrant who caused fear and misery across the universe with his cold-hearted cruelty. One major example of this was him genociding the Saiyans by destroying planet Vegeta. His evil nature had led him to being killed 3 times in the franchise, the first death occurring at the hands of Goku in a Dragon Ball Z episode perfectly titled Mighty Blast of Rage. Frieza was later brought back from the dead, but killed by Trunks in the episode Another Super Saiyan. He got sent straight to hell where he belongs. Unfortunately, Sorbet resurrected the bastard with the Dragon Balls in the movie Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, and the supervillain took on a stronger form than ever before. He called this new transformation Golden Frieza, very aptly named, and it made him powerful enough to send Goku in Super Saiyan God form flying with just one punch. Quite impressive. Titanic battle followed, which left Goku on the ground in defeat. Frieza then destroyed the Earth. However, time was turned back by 3 minutes and Goku saved the planet in the most epic way possible. Frieza's scream in that movie is unforgettable. Both shoutouts and rest in peace to Christopher Ayas, his voice actor. Kid Buu looked about as pink as a McDonald's strawberry milkshake, but there ain't nothing sweet about blowing up the Earth.
Nothing left at all! Please, Boo!
Goku fought Kid Buu multiple times throughout the saga. My personal favorite example being that time he literally smashed the maniac's face in. The trash was finally taken out for good in the episode Spirit Bomb Triumphant after Goku used this ultra-powerful Super Spirit Bomb on his villainous opponent.
I'll be waiting for you, Majin Buu!
That scene alone is why I love the Buu saga. Goku was so epic hero. Speaking of Super, let's leave Dragon Ball Z behind for a bit and let's see who our hero killed in Dragon Ball Super. Duplicate Vegeta was identical to real Vegeta, except he was purple and made out of goo. As a duplicate, he inherited all of Vegeta's amazing combat skills, but that clearly wasn't enough for the power-hungry clone as he kept trying to steal energy from anybody he could.
You don't stop!
Purple Vegeta continued to drain energy from the Saiyan Prince, and Goku had to put a stop to him before the real Vegeta died. However, there was a 50-50 chance Goku would also die by battling the fake Vegeta. The real Vegeta shouted at Goku for fighting like a clown. Clone Vegeta punched his opponent so hard he made a crater in the earth. Goku used his powers of teleportation to escape and finally conjured up a God Kamehameha to wipe duplicate Vegeta off the face of the earth. While I'm sure Vegeta was glad to be alive, he'll never live down the fact that Goku was strong enough to defeat an exact copy of him. So let's move on to the Dragon Ball movies now, guys, and you better buckle up because Goku killed so many characters and absolutely not painlessly. Evil Dr. Wheelo had been frozen in ice for 50 long years, but in Dragon Ball Z, the world's strongest, that jackass Dr. Kochin used the Dragon Balls to bring him back to life so they could take over the world together. But you can't really do much conquering when your human brain's trapped in a robot, can you? That is precisely why Dr. Wheelo planned to possess the strongest body in the entire world.
Daddy! Goku!
Goku broke free and battled Dr. Wheelo, but even his mightiest Kamehameha wasn't enough to stop him.
Goku with it.
Knowing he couldn't defeat Dr. Wheelo alone, Goku called on all the people of the Earth to lend him their energy. And I have no idea how the entire population heard him shouting alone in the mountains, but hey, they must have, because Goku was able to destroy Dr. Wheelo with one of the most powerful spirit bombs I think we've ever seen in this entire franchise. How many calories Goku burns conjuring up one of those. Probably why he's always hungry. Turles recruited the Crusher Corps with the goal of finding a planet to plant the Tree of Might on. This tree is so big that it'll suck the life energy out of any planet it grows on and produce fruit that gives unimaginable power. The sickening gang debuted in Dragon Ball Z, the Tree of Might, where they planted the tree's seed, which destroyed the whole world as it grew. Guys, Lakase, Raizen, Kakao, and Amon were supposedly the strongest fighters of their home planets, literally able to take over worlds while barely lifting a finger. But Goku took them all on at once without getting so much as a scratch on his face. That wasn't embarrassing enough. Goku then completely annihilated all the big, tough Crusher Corps at once without even having to use a Kamehameha. Well, that was pathetic. An ex-member of the Saiyan army and a freaky Goku doppelganger, Turles had already conquered multiple planets with his Crusher Corps henchmen. But what he really wanted was to become the most powerful warrior ever known and rule the entire universe. Yeah, get in line. This is why he had the Tree of Might planted on Earth. He knew he could wither and destroy the planet while simultaneously getting his hands on unstoppable power.
Continues to grow, the rich fruit will ripen quickly, and soon after, the Earth will know its end.
Goku certainly wasn't going to let that jerk get away with destroying Earth or hurting his son, so after winning an easy battle with the pathetic Crusher Corps, he tried to crush Turles too, but since he had already eaten the fruit of the Tree of Might, Goku was basically fighting a losing battle. Goku performed a Kaioken times 20, but even that didn't harm a single hair on Turles' evil head. Our hero was defeated and left weak, bloody, and unable to move. Luckily, he could just barely eat the magical fruit, power up to Turles' level, and exterminate the villain with one ferocious spirit bomb. I mean, it was kind of dumb that Turles believed the fruit made him invincible when literally anyone could have eaten it and become just as strong as him. Metamancha and Angela were two members of Lord Slug's demon clan, and they were absolutely buzzing to freeze all of Earth's inhabitants to death so they could turn the planet into Master Sluggy's own personal space cruiser.
Well, hey, I'd love to stand here and gawk with you, Goku, but I'm out of here.
Son Gohan got in way over his head and went to stop the bad guys himself, and Slug's henchmen would probably have killed the brave little guy had his daddy not showed up in time to crush the attempted murderers.
He's some comedian.
Any other strong words you'd like to throw at us, little man?
Imagine having the confidence to call the strongest dude in the universe a little man. Lord Slug had a heart filled with nothing but blood and evil. That evil grew and grew as he aged, ultimately ending in Sluggy transforming into a Super Namekian. After that, he rounded up an army and set out to conquer as many planets as possible, starting with Earth.
We hereby claim this planet. It belongs to Lord Slug. Anyone who resists will be exterminated.
Defeating that wrinkly old corpse should have been a piece of cake for Goku, but Lord Slug wished for eternal youth and gained more energy than anyone Goku had ever battled before to this point.
Is that all you've got?
After surviving more grueling battles, including one against a giant Lord Slug, Goku regained his energy from the sun and killed the green villain with a spirit bomb, blowing up his ship in the process. All of of Slug's soldiers were inside that ship, so they definitely perished in that explosion Goku caused. The ship was gigantic and looked like it had the capacity to hold at least 100,000 soldiers, so assuming they were all obliterated in that explosion, we can add up all these deaths to Goku's kill count. Broly was evil to the core and always had been. Like, he literally blew up a whole fracking planet when he was just a wee boy. In fact, he was so powerful that his father Paragus had a scientist develop a special ring that would allow him to control Broly's powers. However, Paragus used his son's strength for his own selfish goal, to conquer the universe and re-establish Saiyan dominance. That plan got sidetracked though when Broly regained control of himself, powered up into a legendary Super Saiyan, killed his father, and then tried to destroy Goku along with him. Goku returned with some fight still left in him, and had his beaten down friends transfer their energy to him so he could finally defeat Broly in the most awesome way, of course. I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that Broly took Goku's Kamehameha from less than a foot away like it was nothing. Like, dude was so tough he made the other villains seem about as threatening as that cutie pie Icarus. Imagine looking out of your window and seeing a literal demon god destroying everyone and everything in its path. Garn was the main antagonist in Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon, and his insatiable urge to reduce worlds to ash and bring people to the brink of extinction was the reason why he was better off trapped inside that musical box he got unleashed from. When Goku fought Hirudegarn, the beast put up a serious fight. Heroes always come out on top, and once Goku had perfected a new technique called the Dragon Fist Attack, the monster was finally defeated once and for all. R.I.P. Hirudegarn. P obviously standing for piss. Garlic Jr. was a sinister 555 head with big dreams of, and stop me if you've heard this one before, conquering all of existence and turning everyone into slaves. His two henchmen, Nikki and Ginger, were no less scummy and actually kidnapped poor old innocent Gohan to get the Dragon Balls. What a big mistake.
We have 5 of the Dragon Balls in our possession. Yes.
Goku arrived too late to stop Garlic from getting his wish granted, but thankfully in time to fight with his son's oxygen thief kidnappers. The battle looks so cool, only if you ignore the lame way Garlic's minions power up.
Ginger bread!
Tutti frutti! Huh?
Seriously, where's the flair? While Sancho was busy getting killed by Piccolo, Goku took on Nikki and Ginger and terminated both of them with just one epic Kamehameha. Shame Goku didn't get to kill all 3 henchmen though. Would have been the perfect vengeance for stealing Gohan. Dragon Ball, a sleeping princess in Devil's Castle's main villain Lucifer definitely lived up to his satanic name by attempting to blow up the sun and rule an earth full of monsters. His devilish plan called for a blood sacrifice, so he kidnapped Bulma to provide the red refreshments. Luckily, Goku appeared just in time to save his friend and stop that putrid pale punk from ruining summer vacations forever.
Thanks, Krillin.
Lucifer actually dodged the Kamehameha, but the sheer force of the blast was enough to topple the cannon, causing it to fire directly at the Dracula wannabe and obliterate him with its massive energy wave. That movie movie alone was more interesting than the entire Twilight saga. Oh my frick, guys. Can you actually believe we're only halfway through the video and Goku's already slaughtered 100,019 characters? If you thought this killer was already on a roll, get ready for the classic Dragon Ball eps. Trust me, little Goku is just as brutal as big boy Goku when it comes to massacring bad guys. Goku's very first kill occurred in the very first episode, The Secret of the Dragon Balls. The kid was on a journey to hunt more Dragon Balls, but when his travel companion Bulma went for a pit stop, she got kidnapped by a talking pterodactyl ravenous for the meat of blue-haired teens, apparently.
I'm in the mood for a Happy Meal.
Taking out a pterodactyl was just a walk in the Jurassic Park for this little dude, though.
Bully! Too bad.
That guy wasn't the last of the big mean prehistoric birds either. Goku also had to kill another pterodactyl in the episode The Roaming Lake after it tried to take off with Nam.
You're a bad bird!
Booyan was a huge, terrifying, and don't forget, but ugly monster owned by the Red Ribbon Army. His job was to execute any intruders on the 5th floor of Muscle Tower, and he definitely didn't suck at it because here he is literally feasting on a dead body in a room full of skeletons. Fighting the hideous blob in the episode Horrifying Booyan was one of little Goku's toughest battles, especially since the monster's big fat belly was the perfect body armor against a mighty Kamehameha. It also didn't help that his antennas were fracking electric. However, once Goku figured out that cold was the creature's big weakness, he was able to freeze Booyan and punch him into smithereens.
Gold!
Why is it like minus 100 degrees out there anyway? The weather in this universe is fracking crazy. Ninja Murasaki was the second in command of Muscle Tower and would stop at nothing to prevent Goku from rescuing the kidnapped village chief. And when he wasn't living up to his nickname, Messenger of Death, he was being a total creep.
What's this? Hey, did you drop this?
Give that back! Give it to me right now! Give it back to me! Mine!
In The Secret of Dr. Flap, the ninja mistook a bag of Goku's lunch for the precious Dragon Balls and took off with it. That's a serious crime in this little hungry guy's eyes, so he raced out at the snack stealer and stopped the vile criminal in his tracks by creating a colossal avalanche.
Thank goodness it's here. I was afraid he would eat my lunch.
Murasaki finally re-emerged from the snow, but was killed seconds later by a bomb Goku had unintentionally tossed in his direction.
The bomb. So long. Bye-bye.
Didn't even get a chance to make a snow angel, Goku. Octopapa was an octopus. Oh, what a thunkin'! In The Pirate Treasure, Goku ventured into a pirate cave and stumbled upon a giant cephalopod who considered the flesh of little kids to be a super rare delicacy.
Yummy! You're packed with flavor, aren't you?
People?
Goku shot a Kamehameha before he had forced a meeting with Octopapa's taste buds, killing the monster, and Goku personally made sure his body did not go to waste.
I wonder what roasted octopus tastes like. I'm starving.
Will there ever be an episode where Goku isn't starving? I highly doubt it. Captain Yellow, an evil, more out-of-shape version of Tony the Tiger, was an operative of the Red Ribbon Army who wanted the Dragon Balls so badly he was willing to try and kill Bora, who's literally indestructible to bullets. What an idiot.
Ain't it, peasant?
You will receive nothing from me.
Pulverize him!
Yellow abandoned his soldiers and fled the scene like a coward, but came back later to steal Upa for ransom. Goku had been flying through the sky while all this had been going on, and sprung into action as soon as he heard the little boy's cries for help. but was saved by Goku's flying Nimbus. Thank heavens. As for Captain Yellow, he felt it was death and his presumably walnut-sized brain splattered all over the ground like paint. Womp. The Red Ribbon Army were ruthless in their pursuit of the Dragon Balls so they could achieve world domination, or make Commander Red taller. And in their quest to make that happen, they saw no issue with kidnapping the village chief, trying to kill literal kids, creating monstrous beings, and actually forcing villagers to look for the Dragon Balls for them.
Lazy much?
Thankfully, their ambitions never became a reality, mainly because the soldiers sucked so badly at combat they were able to be beaten by Little Boy over and over and over again. In Cold Reception, Goku killed 6 Red Ribbon soldiers who dared to stand in the way of him getting in a muscle tower and rescuing the kidnapped chief. Major Metallotron, he barely worked up a sweat teaching 4 scumbag guards a deadly lesson about trying to beat up children.
Say goodbye! Oh, I hit him! Where did he go?
Bulma's bad day, 2 pervy Red Ribbon pilots chased Bulma because she wouldn't let them have their way with her, and Goku rescued her by blowing up both the pilots.
Yikes!
Power extend! Retract!
Tiny Pilot Killer struck again 4 more times in the episode, Tao attacks in a real bind.
This is headquarters. Do you copy? We've lost communication.
Goku also went on a killing spree of Red Ribbon soldiers in a real bind and slayed approximately 24 of them as he rage-stormed the headquarters to confiscate the Dragon Balls from Commander Red. Awesome Little Warrior fired a Kamehameha in that episode as well, causing 2 explosions. Presumably, at least 30 soldiers were killed in the fiery blasts. Goku's massacre continued into the next 2 episodes, with the Little Saiyan slayed approximately another 32 Red Ribbon Army soldiers, bringing the total number of butchered soldiers to 102. And that figure would have been way higher if the others had, actually acted like soldiers instead of running away scared from a little boy. I think we all would have done the same, though.
Look at those cowards run!
Before Commander Black usurped power, he was Commander Red's right-hand man, but no less psychotic, mind you. Like, what kind of sicko blows up a literal kid and then celebrates it?
Meddling days are over. Victory! I did it! I won!
Commander Black only got a few more moments of feeling proud of murdering a child before Goku swooped in and very much alive to teach that punk a lesson.
Bye!
That doesn't look friendly.
Commander Black dodged the missile and tried to flee the scene, but Goku never lets bad guys get away that easy.
Payback time! This is for all my friends!
Eject! What's a parachute?
How did the Red Ribbon Army become so powerful when they didn't even have the intelligence to install parachutes in their battle jackets? They were really just an army of dummies, weren't they? Tambourine wasn't a cute little musical instrument that came to life. He was literally a demon mutant touched by evil. And like his murderous father and siblings, his only hobby was slaughtering inferior humans, even great warriors like Krillin.
Krillin!
Goku was hell-bent on avenging his best friend's death, but Tambourine found the tragedy totally hilarious, and Goku's pathetic attempt to make him pay was even more laughable.
Suffer.
However, once Goku gained back all the energy he used up at the martial arts tournament, he totally annihilated that sinister smug tambourine with a Kamehameha, and I loved every damn second of it.
This one's for Krillin. Nay!
Hashtag most satisfying death ever. Justice was served. When Ten Shinhan arrived at the Eastern City to get revenge on Piccolo for murdering Master Roshi and Chaozu, the king refused to fight such an inferior warrior and birthed Drum to battle in his place. Tien was shockingly useless in that fight and would have endured the most painful death had Goku not intervened and finished off Drum for him. I'll never get over Tien losing a battle against fat old Drum. If they had a round of 3 with breaks in between, he definitely would have won. King Piccolo was said to be a terrible creature who threw the world into the depths of terror long ago. He wanted the Dragon Balls so he could become immortal and rule over the worthless humans for all of eternity. A bit petty, but okay. After being alerted to the death of his greatest soldier, Tambourine, Piccolo tracked down his killer and vowed to finish off the little Dragon Ball hoarding brat himself.
You'll pay for all the pain you've caused my brain!
Great and powerful Piccolo got embarrassingly smacked by a 2-foot-tall kid, but after a long, tiring fight, left with the Dragon Ball, thinking he had defeated Goku. The Fiend actually managed to get his devilish claws on all 7 of the Dragon Balls, but don't worry, Goku came back just in time to finish off the big green meanie and save the world from an eternal nightmare.
It's time for your terror to end! I did it!
Turning him into a donut sure did him in. But like you probably already know, his death was not permanent. He gets resurrected in Dragon Ball Z, becomes a good guy, and is basically besties with Goku now. Here they are literally holding hands.
I know what to do.
Anan was guardian of the Sacred Furnace of 8 Divisions, a border between life on Earth and the afterlife. In the episode Mystery of the Dark World, a mysterious fire engulfed the Ox King's castle, and Chi-Chi's poor father couldn't escape the flames. Goku tried to put out the fire with his Bancho fan, but that was futile. The only way of saving the whole kingdom from burning to the ground was for him to enter the Dark World, go to Mount 5 Element, and put out the magical furnace. The Saiyan set out on his quest, but it got rudely interrupted by Anan's guards, who were basically a minor inconvenience when you consider the fact that Goku literally took out all 5 of their weak asses with a single Kamehameha. Goku eventually got inside the furnace and saved everyone from burning to death by repairing the holes at the bottom. And the magical furnace was weirdly never mentioned again despite a fire occurring on Pleasant Mountain in Dragon Ball Super. Well, that's Dragon Ball down. Now let's check out Goku's kills in everyone's favorite franchise, Dragon Ball GT. You decide if I'm kidding or not. Every time a wish is granted with the Dragon Balls, negative energy gets released. The balls can absorb and safely disperse these forces over time, but once the Dragon Radar made it way easier to find them, the negative energy getting released became too much, and out of it was born the evil Shadow Dragons.
Now you listen here! That creature not only capable of destroying the Earth, but the entire universe!
I know he's bad, but is he that strong?
Yes, he's that strong! You misused the Dragon Balls!
As punishment for overusing the Dragon Balls, the Shadow Dragons will now plunge the entire universe into darkness and wipe everyone out of existence.
Sounds pretty harsh if you ask me.
Thankfully, good always vanquishes evil in this franchise, and Goku made those wicked Shadow Dragons drop dead one by one. Hayes was the first to go, and after he had stopped bawling like a baby over his whittle foot, Goku eliminated the earth-polluting dragon with a Kamehameha.
Hey, dragon!
You should be dead!
Next was Rage, who endured an electric fight against Goku before the little hero put him 6 feet under, creating a gigantic mess in the process.
Get out of there fast!
Oceanus was a very powerful dragon with the abilities of water and wind. Goku had 0 plans of dying from those elements, though.
Sorry, princess, but giving up my life is simply not an option.
Then there was Naturon, a dragon with the ability to transform into anything he absorbs, even Pan. Luckily, Goku was able to slay the evil dragon without harming his granddaughter.
Let's not be hasty now.
Isis' death was definitely way more awesome. Goku literally delivered one punch so deadly it killed the 5th dragon and sent his body up in flames. Omega was the final Shadow Dragon and became the pinnacle of dragon power after he ate all 7 of the Dragon Balls. And Goku had to gather the energy of everybody in the universe just to make a spirit bomb powerful enough to destroy the dragon. Killing the Shadow Dragons was such an iconic achievement for Goku. They were amongst the most violent, destructive creatures in the history of the universe. Well, except Crybaby Hayes, that is. So after doing the math, Goku's total kill count comes in at a staggering 100,142. Examine that number with a magnifying glass, and you got 2 Friezas, 6 dragons, 5 wannabe rulers of the universe, 4 disgustingly ugly Namekians, 2 monsters that make the green guys look like supermodels by comparison, 100,107 sleazeball soldiers, 4 jerk animals that could talk, 9 bootlicker henchmen, 1 energy vampire, 1 actual vampire, and of course, 1 ninja perv. Curious if any other characters have outkilled Goku? Click the screen to find out.